Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another LEGO City update. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be controlling the streets. What do I mean by that? Well, I created some traffic lights the other day and I didn't get a chance to install them because I was unsure what to name the streets. But today we're going to be controlling all of the intersections with those traffic lights. Using the parts from my inventory, I was only able to create 9 traffic lights, so we've got to use them wisely in the LEGO City. But this new design is pretty cool. It's got the street name, the crossing light, the street lamp, the button on the base of it, and then of course the actual traffic light. One thing I really like about this design is it's super strong. Like, those aren't going to break, so that's pretty neat. Now, not all of the intersections are going to need traffic lights. We also need some stop signs and yield signs. So of course I googled some images and then hopped on Photoshop and made these little stickers right here, which are the exact size as a 2x2 tile. What I do is I go on Photoshop, I make the stop sign and the yield sign to the exact dimension of the tile. Then I make a JPEG out of it, transfer it onto Word, print it on these label sheets, which are usually full page, they've just been chopped up. I tape over top of them so they have that gloss effect, and then cut them out and apply them to a tile. Through all my years of LEGO City building, I have bought a lot of road plate packs, and those road plate packs come with these pieces right here where you can attach a sign. So that's pretty cool, right? They adapt the studs, so those are going to work for our stop and yield signs. The road plate packs also come with the crosswalk and speed limit print pieces. In a perfect world, I would love to apply those stickers to pieces like that. See the triangular one? Because that would make a perfect yield sign, which is actually triangular shaped. But I don't really have any of those, so we're going to apply them on 2x2 tiles for now. It would be really neat if LEGO made pieces like this that had the octagonal shape for stop signs. The streets of Brickmanton are officially controlled. It's no longer chaos. The intersections were uncontrolled for quite some time, but now the traffic lights are back up and operational. And you know what? Doing this actually took quite a bit of time because each street had to be like strategically named. So like this street has a name. This street in front of the boutique hotel has a name. This one here. That one there. So all of them have different names and the signage had to be lined up to reflect those names. Luckily for me, I had enough sticker elements with different names on them to individually name each street. That is definitely pretty cool, and you know what? I think I've done it in a way that is better than I've ever done it before. Whenever I make changes to the LEGO City, I always try to improve things, and I'm really happy with the details I was able to add today. In addition to showcasing those LEGO City details, I also want to fix up this modular building right there between the diner and the Sanctum Sanctorum. It's the vinyl store. And it doesn't look too good because when I was moving the LEGO City around, I accidentally smashed the roof. So yeah, I've got to fix that up. The first controlled intersection that I have in the LEGO City is right out here just outside of the 2 banks. This is Main Street running this way. And then it is Van Brick Ave running this way. And I decided to use this type of traffic light that actually controls all 3 flows of traffic. So the traffic going this way and the other way. It just makes sense. So this light right here is double-sided. You can see that is currently a red light. And then this light right here is a green light. And that's why this armored truck is currently turning right. The first intersection looks pretty good. Main Street is also identified on this sign right over here. We also have the speed limit and the sign identifying Snot Way, which flows this way past the hospital. And if we make our way over here as well, there's another street, and this one is actually First Street, so it's different, and it shares a sign with Illegal Way, which goes down here toward the Avengers Tower. Out front of the boutique hotel is First Street. This is Main Street. First Street is also identified on this sign right here below these palm trees. And then we have our next street there as well, which is known as Brick Way. So Brick Way goes past the amusement park in Assembly Square and then turns left up there where we have a different street, which of course is Sesame Street. So there's the Sesame Street sign right there. That came with the set. Pretty cool on the green lamppost. We can make our way down Sesame Street, which is a very long road. It goes all the way down there, past the train tracks or over the train tracks and into the bowling alley parking lot. Then we have another traffic control right here just out front of the Avengers Tower. And there's some signage on there, which of course is Illegal Way and Sesame Street. A red light going this way and a green light going down Illegal Way. That's why you can see the chicken costume guy booking it through that battle scene there. He likes to live dangerously, right? And we can continue down Illegal Way. And the reason it's called Illegal Way is because there's the police station right there, which sits beside the Octane gas station. And then there's some more signage right over here. And this is where we introduce a new road. So you can see the speed limit and also the Yellow Brick Road and Illegal Way signage. And Yellow Brick Road is going to flow down here toward the gazebo. It's also going to go right by the corner garage and through this intersection right here, which is a T. You can see it's got a green light going this way. That's why this gentleman is turning right. And Ghost Rider is stopped at the lights there like a normal citizen, right? And this is Yellow Brick Road and also Van Brick Way, which goes past the Daily Bugle and then continues through this intersection right here, which once again is Sesame Street and Van Brick Way, and back toward the Brick Bank. Now you didn't have to turn at the corner garage there. You could have kept going straight toward this street where we have a stop sign by the train track, and this is Washing Brick Ave. So we're going to go down Washing Brick Ave. You have the option of turning left right here onto Sesame Street, and this is also controlled by another stop sign and has some more signage there. Then you're going to make your way past the Parisian Restaurant, Natural History Museum, and Hospital. And once again, we could have hung a right here on Snot Way past the Grand Emporium and then intersected with Sesame Street, hung a left at that stop sign there, and then met up with those train tracks, hung another left on Washing Brick Ave, where you end up back at the Natural History Museum. Now there isn't much traffic to control here in front of Town Hall, but we do have some signage right here. So Town Hall sits on 1st Street and Washing Brick Ave. And then over here we have 1st Street and Central Ave. Central Avenue is very long. It has the train track running through the center of it, and it goes all the way to the base of the observatory by the zoo. After turning in front of Town Hall, you can also hang a left toward the beach area on 2nd Street. Making our way down 2nd Street, we can then hang a right on 1st Avenue. The 1st Avenue and 2nd Street corner is right by the skate park and also the diner. And the diner parking lot is now controlled by this stop sign, turning left or right onto 1st Avenue. Coming down this way here, we have a new street, which is Brickton Place, sorry. And you can see how I actually decided to attach these to the lampposts. It just made sense to save space. There's no point in having multiple posts in the city. And the speed sign is also on there as well. You can hang them right here by the campground where we have 2nd Avenue. And once again, another sign indicating that this is Brickton Place. Then we're going to make our way down this road here by the campground where we can hang a right on Plate Place. Plate Place flows right by the zoo entrance and then meets up with Central Ave. Then you can continue down Central Ave, past the bowling alley, and back toward Town Hall. As you can probably tell, naming the streets and placing all of the signage affiliated with those streets was sort of a difficult task. Like, a lot of methodical thinking had to go into it, but I'm really happy with the results. Specifically, like the street names on the traffic lights, they look pretty cool, and we actually had enough traffic lights to service all of the major intersections. I decided to go this way just because it looks a little bit cleaner. You know, I used to have like 4 separate traffic lights for a 4-way intersection, but I don't think it needs that. I just think that looks a little bit neater and tidier. Sometimes less is more. I also didn't go overboard with the crosswalk signs and speed signage just because, once again, I think if you put too much, it might take away from it a little bit. I guess maybe what I could do is put more speed signs in these green spaces out front of the Jazz Club, maybe out front of the Sit Complex, or just, for example, anywhere in any of those green spaces. That might make sense. But the speed limit in the city is 50. I think most of the residents know that. If it's not marked, the speed limit is 50. It's like you're driving through residential. Don't worry, in the Lego city, if it's not marked, it's 50. I think everybody knows that. They sort of get the point. There we go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. But I really like these as well. I think those are nice because even if they're not controlled by traffic lights, now we know which streets where they are. So the Uber drivers can actually get around the city and not get lost, right? Or the residents of the city can actually make their way around because the streets are well marked pretty much on every corner and every intersection. And I think that this has been done in a way that it has never been done before in my Lego city. Yeah, so this is the vinyl shop, which is actually a rebrickable model done by Brick Artisan. I built it using the Main Street Creator 3-in-1 set. And oh my gosh, this thing took an absolute beating when I was revising the Lego City layout. All the spare pieces are in there and it's time to repair it. There we go, she's all fixed up and ready to be placed back between the Sanctum Sanctorum and the diner. There we go, everybody. Now the Lego City is looking pretty good. We were able to add some pretty cool details to the streets with those signs and traffic lights. Really happy with the outcome of that. And also, we repaired that vinyl shop as well. It's looking pretty fresh over here. Yeah, I like this traffic light design as well. I think it looks pretty cool, rather simplistic, neat, and tidy, right? Not too bad at all. What am I going to work on next? I don't know. Maybe that Home Depot, or I guess the interior details of that Lego City downtown mod that I did. Always something to do in the Lego room. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. Farewell.